Covey's habit number 6, Synergize. If you thought synergy was yet another buzzword from the 80s or 90s, like synchronicity, then you'd be mistaken unless you meant like 80 BC or earlier. Greetings, I'm Dr. Will, and welcome to Dr. Will's Software Project Leadership channel, where we focus on building real software to solve real problems. Did we run out of habits? My first impression was, I guess we need a 6th habit. Not that synergy is unimportant, it's very important. But is it a habit? If you've already subscribed to the channel, thank you. Appreciate that very much. If you'd like more content like this, then subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when new content becomes available. So, synergy is the, quote, interaction of 2 or more agents or forces so that their combined effect is greater than the sum of their individual effects. The term synergy comes from the Attic Greek word synergia, from synergos, meaning working together. It is perhaps the most disappointing chapter in Covey's book so far. It is short, which is not bad in itself, but also for a concept that has been around since at least the ancient Greeks, a bit shallow. Covey provides a graph plotting trust on the y or dependent axis against cooperation on the x or independent axis, which suggests that trust is dependent on cooperation rather than the other way around. Okay, so the chart is probably figurative, not scientific. And the graph shows that low trust, low cooperation is a defensive kind of posture, defensive synergy, win-lose, lose-win kind of mode of operation. Medium trust, medium cooperation is respectful, which is a compromise kind of position. And then the high trust, high cooperation, win-win type relationship is synergistic. The chapter includes mostly anecdotes that encast the first 3 habits, the interpersonal habits: be proactive, begin with the end in mind, and put first things first, as serving to create a, quote, internal synergy. Internal synergy. Might as well dig up the old books on transactional analysis for pop psychology panache. Not that I'm being critical of Mr. Covey, but I am. For our purposes, applying the 7 habits to technical teams, internal synergy is much less of a stretch than trying to apply the concept to an individual's psychology. Arguably, we're doing the reverse of Covey by applying intrapersonal habits to interpersonal team dynamics. Guilty as charged. Getting a team to gel and work synergistically is exactly what we're trying to do by applying these concepts to teams. That said, synergy is not a habit per se, but the result of developing the habits already identified. You have both positive and negative synergy. Positive synergy is where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This is the aim of effective team management and leadership. How precisely to measure it is an interesting question, but you know it when you have it. If you're taking and retaining measurements as a mature organization, then you can compare the team performance with historical norms for both the team and other teams within the organization. But as I said, you know it when you have it. You maybe have played on an athletic team or performed in a musical ensemble of one form or another and had the privilege and the advantage of working with somebody who made everybody around them better. Negative synergy? In negative synergy, the whole is less than the sum of its parts, sometimes much less. This is the result of one or more, God help you, toxic personalities on the team. This is where you can and should add by subtracting. Improve the team performance by removing the toxicity. I had one team member who was not only toxic but radioactive, so kind of like plutonium. You needn't even replace the toxic former team member to improve performance. The performance will improve soon after they leave. This channel is dedicated to helping software projects succeed, not just in the short term, but in the long. So if you'd like more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when more content becomes available. Also, if you have any questions, put them in a comment below, and I'll be happy to entertain them at a later date. That's it for you for now. Y'all have a great day and a great week ahead. Be careful out there. I'll be seeing you. Bye.